We're living in a time of great confusion, and the confusion is added to when you get leaders who completely fail to do that lead. So, for example, America has been in the grip of a liberal agenda for the last 50 years since the sexual revolution started. And you've had contraception, divorce, abortion, same-sex marriage, and now you have transgenderism, you have gender neutral. It's all confusion. So when you get a leader like Obama, who clearly is not operating from the basis of adoration of God and putting God first and believing that his power flows from God, the whole thing ends up in a complete mess. And the liberal agenda has at its heart the foundational lie that either God doesn't exist, which is the atheist agenda, or that you become fuzzy-wuzzy about him and you kind of think, well, he doesn't really matter. But the simple fact of the matter is, God created each and every one of us in his image and likeness. Now, you might say we're all completely different, and we certainly are. But each one of us has unique gifts and talents. But unless we use those gifts and talents to glorify God, our lives become a worthless mess. So when we pursue sexuality as purely a game and as purely entertainment, we lose the glory of it, because sexuality is glorious, but it can only be unfolded within a sacred marriage. It's not for casual encounters. And these casual encounters and this desacralization of sexuality has resulted in 60 million abortions in America since Roe versus Wade in 1973. And that's an abomination. In addition, the figure for worldwide since 1980 is 1.4 billion. Now, if you take it that each person that has an abortion, it affects at least 5 other people, because when you take the people in the abortion mills, you take the partner who impregnated the woman, you take the parents and the family and the siblings of those, even if they keep it secret, which of course it's a highly secret thing, because it's not something people are going to go around boasting about, that I murdered my child in the womb. And the problem is the women in this situation have been deluded into thinking that it doesn't matter. But of course, that's a complete lie as well. But what happens is you get your gift of sexuality and you abuse it. And then you get your gift of mind, which and you use it to justify your wrongful behavior, which separates you from God. And that is no way for anybody to live. You need God in your life. Your very next breath is a gift from God. Your very last breath will be a gift from God. And the idea that you can go between these 2 points and not admit God into your life at all, and not review your life, and not say, well, I'm gone down a wrong road, and God is the only source of truth, the only source of power, the only source of glory. And it's time for people to waken up, and it's time for people to realize that family has to be number one foundational block in any community. And then you need good families feeding into religion and faith, because that's how societies grow. What's happening now is that we've got a top-down approach where a small group of elites are trying to oppress your faith, or separate you from God, and deny the existence of God so that they can control and manipulate you. And that's your choice. You have got to choose God or no God. It's very simple. And I pray for every confused person out there that seeks to separate themselves from God.